iPhone Chef. I'm Tammy Cornett. Tonight we're going to do some Kentucky Ale Beer Battered Onion Rings. First thing we're going to do is take a cup of flour. We're going to mix in a teaspoon of garlic powder, about a half a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of salt, and about a quarter teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Going to break an egg in there. If you're being all health conscious, you can just use the white or the yolk, whichever one works best for you. Then I'm going to take this Kentucky Ale, and it's warm. It's one of the things you need to do with your batter is make sure that your beer is warm. Make sure all of your ingredients are at room temperature. I'm going to stir this up. Keep working it up till it gets to the right consistency. Well, I think I'm going to have to add just a little more beer to that. Now, I've tried lots of beers in making this beer batter, and I'll tell you that Kentucky Ale is absolutely the best. Has a great flavor to it. The onion rings come out absolutely stupendous. Now, one of the secrets with onion rings is after you get this batter good and stirred up, instead of using it right then, you need to put it in the refrigerator. Oh, that's got a good stir on it. I'm going to put it in the refrigerator, and I'm going to leave it for a couple of hours. Now, I've already done that. A couple hours ago, I worked up some batter. I've got it right here, and there's a big difference in the consistency, and you can take a look at that. Oh, it's real good and smooth. I'm going to dump the onions in there, make sure they get good and covered. Pick them up out of there and let them drain just for a minute. Now, I've got just some regular canola oil right here in my skillet. Oh, it's good and hot. We're going to put those in there. Let them brown for just a minute on each side. Now, this recipe is just one of the best that I've found. I have mixed and mingled and tried to find. I love a good onion ring. These onions came out of the garden. They're Walla Wallas, and they make for absolutely great, just fresh eaten onions. You can slice them and eat them just like an apple, they say, and I love them that way on a good hamburger. Or you can do this with the onion rings. Now we're going to fill this skillet up. Oh, the oil's good and hot, so we've got some good bubbling going on there. Now the consistency of the batter is kind of important. You don't want it too thin so that it runs off. You don't want it too thick so that it just kind of gumps on there. Oh, and these are already ready to flip over. Now the easiest thing I found to flip those with is just a little pair of tongs. Oh, look how golden brown those are. Now, a skillet like this works real good. I've got a little fry daddy. I can just dump a few in there and cook a few at a time. But this seems to work pretty well when we're doing a small amount. I'm going to turn the rest of these over. Now, when you get ready to take them out of the skillet, there's going to be a little bit of oil on there. And you need to have something to drain them on. And I've got a little towel over here. I'm going to take them out, drain them. I've got one that's already, I cooked the batch up earlier today. I'm going to try this one here. No, there's nothing like a good onion ring on a hot summer day when you've picked them right out of the garden. I want to thank Kentucky Ale for providing us with some of the best beer that you can drink in the state of Kentucky. I'm Tammy Cornett. I'm the iPhone Chef. I'm Kentucky Proud. We'll see you next time.